Great Ogoni people, great. I'm Victor Barabo. I want to announce to you that Nigeria is on trial. From the day that Ken Saro-Wiwa died, Nigeria has been on trial. But it is increasing on daily basis. You see, all that you see in Nigeria today are ripple effect from the killing of Ken Saro-Wiwa and others. The neglect, the marginalization of the indigenous people in Nigeria, the destruction of people's land and properties, the killings, all these are part of what Nigeria itself has created. Because the monster you nurture today is going to come up to destroy you tomorrow. It will swallow you tomorrow. Now, the Niger Delta militants you saw that rose in those days, these were just angers aggravated from the killing of Ken Saro-Wiwa. And I'm telling you that if what is the level of sensitization people have today in Nigeria, if it was during the era of Ken Saro-Wiwa, they won't be able to kill Ken Saro-Wiwa because many people will rise up. But that time they thought it was just Ogoni thing. They never knew this man was speaking for them. So let me read a paragraph of the last statement of Ken Saro-Wiwa in the tribunal for you, so you can understand that this man he saw the future and he predicted it correctly. He said, I predict that the denouement of the riddle of the Niger Delta will soon come. The agenda is being set at this trial. Whether the peaceful ways I have favored will prevail depends on what the oppressor decides. What signals it sends out to the waiting public. So Nigeria today is going down. Look, I was in a Zoom meeting a few weeks ago, and 99% of people said they don't want anything called Nigeria anymore. They want total independence. They don't want any autonomy within Nigeria anymore. The self-determination they seek for is total independence from Nigeria. It's just about 0.5% that said, okay, let's see, give them a chance. Let's see if they can do. And I think two other people said, oh, let's leave it like that. Let's just be building infrastructures. And these two people that said that they've been away from Nigeria for over 30 years. So they don't even know what is going on in Nigerian politics. They don't have the understanding of what is going on in the Nigerian politics. So even the leader of the meeting was angry and he said, look, don't just talk about that again. He told those people, don't mention that again. What is on the table is either we restructure, we have our autonomy within Nigeria, or total independence. So people should discuss that. So they shouldn't bring anything down. How can you talk about building infrastructure or building things in Nigeria when you don't have the political will or you don't have the political power? Because that's the honest truth. Because if you don't have political power, there is no how you can be able to do things for your people. Because the power that be over there is going to frustrate your effort. So except you have political power, then you can decide what will happen in your land. So, like I said, all these are ripple effects of what that came out of the killing of Ken Saro-Wiwa. And Nigeria is hot. If you are in, you don't know. But if you are out, you will understand. Nigeria is hot. And look, there are a lot of things going on in Nigeria that people don't understand. So my very concern is Ogoni people. Number one, let's unite. We need unity. We need to build a formidable team like the days of Ken Saro-Wiwa, so that we can protect Ogoni, we can decide for Ogoni, and Ogoni can do better. So that nobody can annex Ogoni people to themselves. You see, I want to use this word, kind of people sometimes use. They said, Faraba de Magian, so that nobody, Faraba de Magian. Because you can't be in the pool of water and then the ladder from the soap will eat your eye or pepper your eye. While label massa subverting. No. You need to use the water to wash your face and clean your eyes. So we need to get this understanding. So Ogoni people, we really have to build ourselves faster. Faster. I'm using the word faster. If we were fast before, let's be faster now. Because a lot of things are going on. That is the honest truth. You see, let me announce something. If you go to Shell website, you see it. Shell has announced that they are leaving their onshore operations. They don't want to continue with onshore operation of oil and gas. And Nigerian government is begging them to come. Oh, don't say that. Don't divest, please. Because Shell is saying they want to divest. Because the problem that comes from the onshore, this thing, they can no longer carry it. Let me read the statement from Shell's CEO to you. He said, the balance of risks and rewards associated with our onshore portfolio is no longer compatible with our strategic ambitions. That is what he said. Now, he said, we cannot solve community problems in the Niger Delta, and the company has started discussions with the government on how to move forward, he said. What's it? Ben Van, that's the name of the CEO. And then the Nigerian Minister of State for Petroleum is begging, they shouldn't say that, because if they go, it will be bad for Nigeria. And they are begging Shell to remain with their onshore operations. That's a government that lacks understanding. And you know what? They've been embezzling everything that's been coming to them. So when Shell goes now, they are all exposed. Nothing. There will be no money for them to steal. So we need to understand. And look, Shell will pay for everything they do to Ogoni people. They will pay for it, honestly. So I want Ogoni people to understand that the game, the play whatsoever is in your favor. Is in your favor. It is right in your favor. So you need to align yourself with the right group of people, because there are a lot of people now in Nigeria. The Oduduwa, they want to go. Biafra said they are going. Middle Belt said they are going. So you need to align yourself with the right set of people, so that when the time comes, you can finally have your peace. Because we need to build bridges with people. We can't do it alone. You see, when Ken started this, if everybody has embraced him and said, look, Abacha, you can't try it, he wouldn't do what he did to Ogoni people. But because they were still benefiting, they were still enjoying. So now that it has hung everyone here, is now everybody is talking, we want to go, no problem. They are not even talking about the political autonomy that Ken Saro-Wiwa was talking about. Everybody is saying we are tired of this, we want to go. Independence. That is what we want. So Ogoni people, we need to understand these things fastly. Just have to be very fast. If we were fast before, let's be very fast. Let's settle all our internal problems and build a team that will stand the test of time. Not leaders that are interested in themselves and not the people. We don't want those kind of leaders. Ogoni people, you have everything that it takes to achieve what you want. So know that the Nigeria you are in is already on trial. A lot of things are going on. So you just need to know that. We need to tighten our seatbelt, because the time is gradually coming. The clock is ticking, and it is. Let me stop there. Ogoni people, let's be wise. Thank you, and God bless you.